back to my channel. It's me again, Rebel, and yeah, I just thought we would have a little fun today and look at some things in my collection. So stay tuned to find out what I got. And as always, I gotta do this. I come with the disclaimer. I could cuss like a sailor. I could talk like a pervert. If you ain't into that, exit stage left. You ain't gonna hurt my feelings none, because I know I ain't everybody's cup of tea. And yeah, so what I thought we could go through my collection, because I can't afford a lot of new makeup right now because it's holiday season going on. So I thought this would be the perfect time to go through my stash, see what I got, and I thought I would show you guys. So I'm going to go through all my Colourpop collection, which I think I had 23, I think if I counted right, 23 palettes. And I'm going to try to, he's upset at me, I'm going to try to rank them from least to best. We'll see if I'm able to do this, because it's hard for me to pick. I mean, I do have some that I'm like, yeah, they can go at the bottom, but then the other ones are like, oh god, which one's going to be first, kind of thing. So yeah, let's just go ahead and jump into it. I'm going to go ahead and start off with all my 9-pan plastic palettes here. So the first one I have is Honey. And I'm not going to swatch them. I'm not going to go over them too much, because I'm pretty sure y'all have seen these like over and over and over again. But this is the Honey. We have a mixture of a pressed glitter, shimmers, mattes. This is a really good yellow palette. I really, really like this palette. My only complaint with these plastic covers is everything is coming off. All this writing is like coming off the fronts of these. That's the only thing that's kind of irritating. Other than that, I like these plastic cases. It keeps the shadows safe. So, and they're small. They like take up very little space in my shelf here. So the next one is my Just My Luck palette. This is a really fun green palette. I think I don't like to say his name, Mr. Can't Relate. I think he copied his new green palette off of this one, because there's a lot of colors that are the same. But I've got to swatch this one here. It's the middle color there. It is so unusually pretty. I just don't know how to describe. It's like a lime green with a moss undertone and a gold shift to it. It's very unusual, and I really, really like it. So I don't know if Mr. Can't Relate put that color in his palette. Hopefully he did, because that's a really cool color. The next one I have is Smoke Show, which I think now it's called Up in Smoke or something. This is one of the very first ones, so it has the old name, basically. I can actually show this right away because I haven't taken off the plastic. So this is the monochromatic gray black kind of thing. This was really fun to work with and use during Halloween this year. That's when I finally pulled it out. That's when I was doing my Halloween looks. Good palette if you want grays, cool tone grays. So here we go. The next one, Maid Squeeze. You knew I had to have this one, as much as I love reds. So here's a Maid Squeeze, and there's, like I said, it's coming off, and it just pisses me off. I can't say much. These were only $12, and a lot of these I was getting them when they had their sales, so I was getting them with like $9. So really pretty redded tone, more pink than red actually, but still a very pretty palette. The Orange You Glad, and look at the E is like gone. And I'm not abusive to my palettes. I don't, throw them around. They don't move a lot. Once they're stacked, they're stacked. And yeah, this is what's happening. So let me know if y'all got these. Is the same shit happening to your palettes? Let me know down below. So once again, another pressed glitter. The newer palettes, they left out the pressed glitters for the most part anyways, because a lot of people doesn't like them, don't like them, there we go, including me. I love glitter, But I do not like Colourpop's glitter. I don't like this chunky glitter. The only time I have used it, because I'm kind of afraid to put it around my eyes, because it is so chunky. And so I like have used it on my face, like on my cheeks and stuff. So whenever I'm doing those looks. Other than that, I will put it in my eyes, but a very pretty orange palette. And I've used that quite a bit. I got dips that, so this was my only orange palette for a while. Then I have the Meant to Be palette. There we go. So this is just a lighter pastel green palette. Really pretty, but I will be honest, I'm not much into pastels on me. I actually have several pastel palettes, and I've got some coming up too again. But I've played around with them, They're just not for me. I have to pull other palettes out to give me a deep gradient. I have to have contrast, basically. And these type of palettes don't give you the contrast. So, but that's just me. I'm still using them. Like, I use them some for the inner corner or the lid, stuff like that. But they're just not my go-to thing. Strawberry Shake is the next one. That actually is holding up very well. It's not getting tore up. But there's that one. Just a nice array of pinks. Kind of neutral pinks. Let me see these. Sorry, I'm like looking here. Okay. The next one is Baby Got Peach. This is another one that I just, it's not me. Other people this looks really good on, but it's not me. It doesn't have a deep color to contrast with. To deepen out, because I love to deepen out my outer corner. My eyes look a lot better if I have a deeper contrast out here, lighter to the inside. So, and this peach color it does not work very well on my skin tone. So I definitely, if I use this palette, I have to mix it with other colors. It just can't straight be this palette. It just can't be that palette only. There we go. I can't talk tonight. Okay. Ooh La La here. So Ooh La La was one of the first, kind of the first 9 pans they were coming out with. So this isn't so much the monochromatic, because we do have like a purple, and so just a really pretty pink palette. Okay. 1 second, I gotta come right back to you. I'm back. I had to go deal with the dog. Anyways, I have 3 more palettes here. And the first one is Aura It Out. These were some of the ones they released in spring before we got shut down, basically. So I think they were the last ones before we got shut down. So this is kind of a blue pink. These are all pastels coming up, so it's an interesting palette, I will say that. The next one, Miss Bliss. This is Pinks and Peach. I haven't even really used that one, to be honest. I haven't used these 3 at all because they're pastels, and I'm just not into pastels right now. This is In a Trance. And this one is Pinks and Purples. So, I don't have, like I said, I don't have a lot to say about these 3 because I haven't used them a lot. But I will say, though, that I noticed this right after I bought it. This one, which was this Miss Bliss and Baby Got Peach, are really similar. Except for one has peaks in it. But it looks like we kind of have some repeats going on. So, if you already have this one, you don't really need this one unless you just have to have it for those peaks. So, and probably the pinks are these other palettes as well. These pink palettes. So, but But those are all my 9 pan. And in a minute, no, let's just do it now. I'm going to pause this. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put these in order as to what's best, what's worst, in my opinion. So don't take offense if I put something that's in the blah and in the yay, you know, don't take offense by it. But anyways, I'm going to pause this and then I'm going to have my order, as I can't do this on camera because no. So I'm going to have the order ready and you'll see what I go from. So stay tuned. Okay, so I have 12 altogether. So we're going to start at the bottom, number 12. And just because I am putting these at the bottom doesn't mean that they're bad. It's just really the color stories is what I put it by and how much I've actually used them. Because, I mean, if I've used them a lot, that means I like them. So that's the way I'm kind of judging this by. So the first one I'm going to go ahead and put at number 12 is Miss Blitz. Miss Bliss. Bliss. There we go. Not Blitz. Anyways, it's going to be this one at number 12. Number 11 is going to be The Baby Got Peach. I'll just warn you, all the pastels are at the bottom. Because I don't use those. So I'm going to put next is Aura It Out. Which that's number 10. So number 9 is going to be In a Trance. The number 8. Let's see. Yeah. So number 8 is going to be Meant to Be. And he had me sidetracked. Kaden opened the door, let the dog in. Okay, number 7 is Ooh La La. This is where it started getting a little bit dicey. Number 6, Smoke Show. Like I said, I like these palettes here. It's just that I'm going by what I've used the most of and rank them that way. So is it 5? Yeah, 5. It's going to be Strawberry Shake. Number 4, that's going to surprise you, that I did put this in the top 3, is Maid Squeeze. I'm going to put that at number 4. I've used it a lot, but not as much as this top 3 I have. So the top 3, you want to guess? I mean, you pretty much know which ones they are, but you don't know the exact order I'm going to put these in. So at number 3, I'm going to put the Honey. And these 3 I've clearly used the most, so that's why I've ranked them the way I am. So the next one is going to be number 2. Number 2 is Just My Luck. And then, of course, that means number 1 is going to be the Orange You Glad. So like I said, I really do like these 9 pans. They really don't take up a whole lot of space. And they're super cheap, especially when you can get them at the 20% off. That makes them around $9. So, yeah, these are really good. Really good. And I don't have all of them. Like, I don't have the blues. I don't have the purple. The purples. I think there's 2 purples. So, I don't have the full collection of them. But maybe one day I will go ahead and complete this collection. Probably not, though. So let's move on to my other Colourpop palettes. Okay, so here is my collection of 12 pan Colourpop palettes. And I'm going to start off with, this was the Butterfly collection. But I only got the 2. There was 3 of them in this collection, but I didn't like the 3rd one. So I got these 2. So the first one is Give Me Butterflies. Super cute packaging. Don't have to worry about mirrors on this one, but cute packaging. But here's the inside of Give Me Butterflies. We do have, unfortunately, 2 pressed glitters going on in this one. So, I think that this one is a Super Shock shadow as well, because some of these 12s, yeah, are holding Super Shocks. And I'm waiting for the day that these Super Shocks dry out. Because I actually had the little things of Super Shock shadows. I had to throw them all away because they started drying out. And there's no reviving those once they dry out, and they just don't perform the same when they dry out. So that's just something to keep in mind if you really want to collect those. They will dry out. They're not definitely going to last forever. So I'm waiting to see, because there's several Super Shocks in these 12 pans. I wait to see how long they're going to last in these open palettes like this. So the next one is Butter Me Up. There we go. There's the inside of Butter Me Up. And we do have 2 glitters. This one is kind of a smaller chunk of glitter, not as big as that one. And then the rest are just mattes and shimmers. Pretty color story. This one was from, it might have been this year, I can't remember, but it was a Valentine release. You Are a Cutie. QT. There we go. And there is the color story inside. And the next one is going to be Bye Bye Birdie. And there is the color story. This definitely is here a Super Shock, I think. Well, I'll go ahead and swatch both. I think that one on the end, though, is... One's a topper, actually. I take that back. The one on the end's a topper, and there is another one, so... This one is a Super Shock. That one's a topper. You do have a pressed glitter in here. Super pretty. I like that color story. My very first ever Colourpop palette that got me started liking the brand was Give It To Me Straight. Super boring palette. This is probably my most... No, I was going to say my most boring neutral. No, I do have some other boring neutrals, but... I use this thing a lot, especially when I was doing a lot of pinup to get natural looks. I was turning to this thing a lot. Okay, so I have this Zodiac palette. It was a Kathleen Lights collab, like they done like 30 together, I believe. But this was one of the collabs. It did come with a mirror. There are the colors inside. This teal color down here is really pretty. Really pretty color. And then another Kathleen Lights collab was Dream Street. I don't even really know who Kathleen Lights is. I might have watched her, but I don't know much about her. So, that's the inside of this one. She must not be problematic, because I know, like I said, I haven't heard much about her. So here's one of the greens that are in that palette. Kind of a darker green. So these two are my favorites coming up. This is the All That palette. This was another Valentine. One of them was this year. I think this one was this year's Valentine's release, and that other one was from last year's. I think that's the way it is. But the cover of this thing is cool. There we go. Then there's the inside. I use this a lot during Halloween to deepen up my blood. So, but I love this. This is like a neutral. This is my type of neutral palette here. Do we have a glitter? Yeah, unfortunately we do have a glitter. This one is different than their other glitters. And we have a really pretty metallic coming out of this. Look at the metallic, the way it shines. Like I said, this glitter is a little bit different than what their past formulas of those 9 pans were. But I still don't know if I would put those on the eye, even though it is smaller, a little bit better. I thought at first it was a shimmer. I thought it was going to be a metallic like that one, but I forgot it's a glitter. So, I really like that one. And the next one is X's and O's. I really like this one too. I used X's and O's quite a bit. Again, this is kind of my neutral palette here. So, oh Lord, if I had to rank these, I already know what the first top two are. That is no brainer there. Put that one there. I'm trying to decide. This is pretty easy compared to those other ones. Okay. Do I have 9? Oh, I do have 9. Okay. So, at the last of the ranking here, at number 9, is going to be You're a Cutie. I don't use a lot of purples. I don't look good at purples. I was saying that about blues too, and then for some reason tonight I decided to do this blue look. So at number 8, I'm going to go ahead and do Give It To Me Straight. Even though I used this palette a lot several years ago, I haven't reached for it all the past 2 years. I got so many others now. It's not a bad palette, but I don't reach for it. So, let's see, that's number 8. So, number 7 is going to be the Zodiac. I haven't even used this one, now I think about it. I've swatched it, but I don't think I've even used it. So, Dream Street is going to be, number 6. And I have used this several times. So, that's why I put it above the Zodiac, even though I think I like the Zodiac's colors a little bit better. So what was that? 6. Okay, this is number 5. So number 5 is going to be Give Me Butterflies. And not bad. I've used it. It's just I have these other palettes that I think I would prefer more. And the next one at number 4 is going to be Butter Me Up. And I do like Butter Me Up, even though it does have some purples. But then I have like this cool pink, and then these iridescent colors, silvers. So I like this for number 4. So number 3, yeah, it's going to be the Bye Bye Birdie at number 3. That's an easy 3, but these two, I don't know who's going to be first or second. I really, really like both of these palettes, and they're really kind of similar too. They're not they're not total like dupes of each other, but they do have some similar tones. So I'm gonna call it a tie because, like I said, I can't pick one or the other as first and second. So those are all my 12 pans right here. And then I do have 2 kind of oddballs here. This one is, I had to pull out all my fingers and toes to count this one. This is Brunch Date. And this was a Zoella. I don't know who Zoella is, but this is her palette collab. Brunch Date's boring as hell. It's boring. You got a pop of blue. You got kind of this pink tone here. It's not a bad palette. It's just, it's boring. There's just not a lot to it. It's right here. So, the only reason I got it, it was like $3. They had it clearance down 75% or something. So, it was super cheap when I got it. And I just wanted to add it to my collection since it was so cheap. So, the next one is, I gotta be careful with this one because I noticed now it's like busting open. So, this is the Candyland. Sorry, this is the Candyland inspired one, I should say. The Colourpop Land Candy Castle palette. And when I got this, it was not broken or busted. And now all of a sudden it's busted. It has not been moved. So Apparently the shadows are really, really sensitive. So that white is now busted. Like I said, it has not been dropped. Has not been moved, really, since I've got it. So it's super sensitive. But I don't know how much I'm going to reach for this palette because it is a very pastel-y palette. When I seen it, I thought it was more deeper kind of in tone. Pictures sometimes are just deceiving as hell. But those are my two kind of oddball palettes out of the bunch. So I hope you kind of like this overlook of my Colourpops and how I rank them and everything. And yeah, it's kind of fun to go through them. Like I said, now I want to pull some of them out because I haven't even looked at these. So this is a really good idea if you haven't done this in a while to your collection and you have, you know, quite a bit of one brand. Pull it out and look and see what you got. And like I said, now I'm inspired to pull some of these out and use them because I just haven't used them in a while. But anyways, let's go ahead and end this thing. Thanks for watching. Thanks for following and subscribing to me. Definitely will be more videos to come. And anyways, I'm out. Peace out. Love you guys.